Hello everybody and welcome back to Cassie Elle Talks. Today is the second Thursday of October. So as I said in my first video for October, I'm going to do all Halloween games or spooky themed games. So the next game I have to share with you all today is Toc 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 by Asmodee Games. This game plays 3 to 5 players and runs about 15 minutes. And the way it works is you and your friends are all trying to have, the best guests come to your Halloween party, but you don't know if these guests coming to your Halloween party are good guests or if they're bad guests, or if they're guests that are gonna come and take all of your guests with them, or if they're guests that are gonna come and play everybody a nice little tune. So the goal of the game is to get the best guests to your party and to avoid getting the bad guests. So without further ado, here is Toc 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 by Asmodee Games. All right, everybody, here is our box for Toc Toc Toc. Tiny little box. And our interior, no insert here, just the cards. And I just want to show you, this game has only been played once, and you can kind of see the wear going on the cards already. And to be honest, some of these cards already had this wear when I opened them from the packaging. So I would suggest you sleeve these as soon as possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this box aside. And I also wanted to point out the rulebook. It was kind of fun, I thought. So the rulebook is not in English to begin with, but it's got the language here, and then it's got another cover. And then it's got, I think this is actually the English one, yeah. And then it does the rules, and then another cover. So I just thought that was kind of fun. Okay, so what I have done here is I've set up the game for 3 players, and I am using a couple of my little Funko Mystery Mini figurines to pretend to be our players. Toc 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 is a game that is for 3 to 5 players, plays for about 15 minutes, and the way it works is you and your opponents all have a Halloween party, and you're trying to get the best people to come to your Halloween party. So if someone comes knocking on the door, you can answer it, but you don't know if it's going to be someone that's good for your party or if it's going to be someone that's going to come and try to take all of the people at your party away. So what you are doing is trying to get as many people to your party as you can, because at the end of the game, whoever has the most players, or I'm sorry, not the most players, the most cards, party guests at their party will get points. So the way it starts is everybody has 2 cards in front of them, and these are their starting guests. We have a vampire, Frankenstein's monster, and a ghost. And how it works is we all have a hand of 5 cards, and we go a knocking. You take a card from your hand, you're going to place it face down in front of one of your opponents, whichever one you want. So what we're going to do is right now, let's pretend we're Oogie. So we're going to place this card face down in front of Jack. Jack can choose to either open the door, which will flip the card in front of him, and then the ability will apply. Or he'll say, no, I think this is a trick. He'll send it back over to Oogie, and then Oogie would have to flip it, and the effect would apply. So let's see what Oogie sent. Oogie sent to him Frankenstein's monster with a muscle. And let's say Jack had said, okay, yeah, I'll keep it. What would happen here is all cards that have this muscle in the corner that match this color are protected against red cards. When red cards show up, I will explain how they work, but basically they take cards away from your party and give them to your opponent's parties. So they're obviously bad things that will happen to you. So this will protect all of his green cards with this muscle card from the effects of red cards. And then Oogie will draw this card, which is actually, this is strange, the draw deck is face up. I'm not sure why that is. I guess so you can see what's in your opponent's hands, but that's just how it works. So anyway, Oogie's played 1 card. He only has 4 cards in his hand, so he draws another card to have 5 cards in his hand. Now it's Sally's turn. Sally's gonna play a card face down in front of Oogie. Oogie says, nah, I don't want it. So it goes back to Sally. Sally says, darn, because it was a red card. This red card is a small child. When a small child is played, whoever or whichever color card is not protected by a muscle card, like this guy over here, is going to go to your opponent that said no thanks. So in this case, because she has a tie, there's only one blue, there's only one yellow, now they are protected by a muscle character, then Oogie's gonna say, I want this yellow guy. So he goes over here, and then this child card gets discarded out of the game. Sally draws another card for her hand, so she has 5 cards. Now it's Jack's turn. Jack is going to play this face down card in front of Sally. Sally says, okay, turns it over, and it's a vamp. Vamps are cards that have this little makeup thing in the corner, and the way this works is any card that matches this color goes with her. Oh, sorry, Jack, I knocked you over. To the other player's party. So she takes his ghost over to Jack's party. She actually leaves the game for good. And now Sally doesn't have any more cards just because that's how it worked. And we draw another card for Jack's hand. Now it's back to Oogie. Oogie's gonna play a card face down. I'm just letting you know that I'm showing you all the different kinds of cards that we have so we can get a little idea of how this works. So anyway, Oogie places this card face down in front of Jack. Jack says, what the hell, why not? Flip the face up, and it is a hearse, another red card. So, because we know that this muscly guy protects this green card from red cards, whatever this ability is won't apply to this green card. Well, actually, either of them. But it will apply to these other two. So the way the hearse works is similar to the small child, but instead of these cards going to Oogie, who played the card, they just get discarded. So Oogie chooses him to discard the ghost, so these both get discarded out of the game. It's now Sally's turn. Sally gives this opportunity to Jack. Knock, knock, knock. Jack says, no, I don't want it. It goes back to Sally. Sally has to flip it face up, and it is a scarecrow. Scarecrows at the end of the game are worth 3 points, which is nice in comparison to the rest of the cards, which are only worth 1 point at the end of the game. Except under certain circumstances. Oh, I haven't been drawing these, but they would be drawing cards to fill back up to 5, so I think we're at like maybe right here now. So the circumstances I was talking about is this, for example. Jack's turn. Jack's gonna give this card to Oogie. Oogie says, yeah, I'll take it. Flips it face up. It's this music guy. Any cards that match this color at the end of the game are worth double points. So instead of this guy only being worth 1 point, he's worth 2 points, as well as this guy and any other green cards Oogie would obtain at, during the game. So he stays in front of Oogie. We draw a card. And I think that's all the different kinds of cards. That's the game you would play until this draw deck is exhausted and all of the hands of 5 cards are exhausted. Then the game's over. And it sounds like there's, because this is a lot of cards, so it sounds like the game would last a while. But when I played it, I actually played 2 players and we made a ghost third character. And even like that, it didn't last very long. So this 15-minute time mark, I think is right on. So that's Toc Toc Toc. So that was Toc Toc Toc. I hope you enjoyed the game. It's really cute, really fun, small little game. And this box, I mean, you can't beat that size box. And, you know, like the cards were cute. I mean, the whole thing was a great game. If you like this video, feel free to watch some of my other videos. I do board games, candies, and I have another video that's going to be coming out where I'm doing some like arts and crafts stuff that's all going to be Halloween themed. So if you are interested in seeing any more of my stuff, go ahead, check it out. Like, share, and subscribe. You can also look at my blog. I've got tons of content on there. And that's basically it. Thanks for watching Toc Toc Toc, and I'm Cassie Elle, and I will see you next week.